Gatta, let's talk to you first. We've known each other for a little while now, haven't we?
Yes, we have, yeah.
So, tell the audience a little bit about yourself and what you do. Like, today we're here to talk about your acting, but you do lots of things, don't you? Photography, painting.
Well, I do photography, graffiti, acting, youth consultancy, and just trying to have lots of fun along the way.
Okay. Sounds like my type of life.
Yeah.
And Sam? Tell the audience about you. I'd like to know what you do. So you're today.
My name is Sam Addo.
Okay.
I'm an independent filmmaker. I direct, I produce, I write, and my hands are in lots of pies. Like I'm heavily involved in the youth work world, as well as music behind the scenes. Bit of a music exec.
So lots and lots, both of you. Hands are very full. Fingers in lots of pies. But today the pie that we're going to speak about is your film Cards on the Table, which you're acting in, and you co-written and directed.
Yes, indeed.
So first, let's talk a little bit about the film. So Sam, you tell me about the film. What's the film about?
Cards on the Table is a British drama. It's a feature film that myself and an incredible team shot over 7 days and 7 nights. The film is the tale of 4 lifelong friends, and the film touches on love, loss, failures and victories in life, something we feel is universal. And this is the kind of film which is very diverse. The 4 main boys are all men of colour. We have 3 black men and a gentleman from Greece. In our film, we just made a conscious decision to make the kind of feature film that represents people from our culture in a slightly different way. So in this particular film, in our storytelling, there are no knives, no guns, no knife crime. There's no flippant use of the N-word, no women are getting called the B-word. That is not to slight any other filmmakers out here. It's just from my point of view as a filmmaker, I feel we need to tell the younger generation, show and tell them different stories. So like I say, this film is self-funded. We shot it over 7 days and 7 nights, which I don't think many people have done that before. It took us 2 years to deliver that, and the film is now available to buy and stream online. We released our film July the 8th of this year, and it's available to stream up until the second week of October this year. And I was very fortunate to have this young gentleman be one of the lead roles, support cast rather, in the film.
Okay, so where can you stream it from? Like, if I wanted to
Our film is readily available at www.cotfilm.com. COT is the abbreviation of Cards on the Table, so that would be www.c for cards, O for on, T for table, film. So Cards on the Table is named film. The website is www.cotfilm.com, and like I say, it's available to stream and buy now.
Okay, so Gatta, what's your role in the film then? Who do you play? Who's your character?
I play George. I'm father to one of the main characters. I often ask people to guess after they see the posters and stuff like that.
Which who's?
Well, I always leave it out for them to be. Let me hold it up for let the audience see. But at the end of the day, that's where. But you've got these 4 characters. Which one may I be the father of for them? So, but I'm the father of I'm the father of one of the characters as they're going through one of their life milestones, and they've got a lot of decisions to make, and that's what the film is about. And it's, whether I help them, whether I support them. I'm going to leave it a little bit mysterious for now.
Don't spoiler alert. Don't spoil the plot.
It's whether and just see how the dynamics of the family life that Sam wanted to portray, and whether we can get carry that over. And that was something he did want to, which I'll emphasise, and I was quite proud to be a part of it, really.
So how long have you been acting?
I'm gonna say, some people say all my life.
I know.
That's step number 1. But in a more serious context, if I may reflect of after from primary school, my little first bit of Midas, keeping the young boy out of trouble. I didn't have no lines, but that was great. The teachers were happy and so forth. So I knew about making the audience happy. But other than that, I'm going to say about 4 years and stuff like that. Really, that I've been actually pushing it a lot more. A part of my creative being to be out there. Really, yeah.
Okay, and I've seen you with quite a few little bits and pieces, aren't you? A few music videos, trailers.
Yes, yeah. Looking forward to quite a few stuff. So I think at the moment I've got about 3 things that are in festivals. One premiered last week, and then Sam's one premiered in June. We'll hopefully got another film premiering in November and stuff like that. Where I've got a little bit part. One was I'll try that. That's one. We'll get back to that. Yeah, I can't remember the titles. Sorry. Yeah, but we'll come back to that and stuff.
So tell me about your journey into acting and everything. It's not just acting; it's media, really, isn't it?
Well, like I said earlier on, a little child might have been a bit troublesome at the primary school. Got to play King Midas, this sort of thing. Even when I was younger, my moral foundation of awareness was quite high. For whatever reasons, I believe in primary school, unfortunately, I was smoking. And there came a decision time for me, and it was a competition of, there was a character called Nicotine about not smoking. So I decided to enter this as a drawing competition, and it just is a nothing, whatever else is. But the main moral is, I won that competition, and the moral stand ground goes, you can't smoke, bruv. So I stopped, and I was young anyway, and I just worked out why was I smoking. I was smoking because some of my elders, unfortunately, gave me access to, and I took it. So at that nicotine competition thing, which is a waste, whatever you might call it, but it made a decision for me of like, yo, let's put that to the side, get on. So I continued drawing, being creative. From school, I did whatever else is, went on to secondary school. Fortunately, I got kicked out of secondary school.
Fortunately, yeah.
Well, but I have to say,
it's your journey, innit? It's your path, and it's your truth.
That's what it is, yeah.
And you wouldn't be who you are if you didn't walk that path. So
even there was a little bit of a moral line of, if I could tell you about the story. What happened is, at the school, all of a sudden changed that you can't have earrings. I've got 2 studs there, whatever else is. They changed. So, okay, cool. They changed the policy, so you weren't allowed to wear earrings in school, whatever. That's cool. It was Rokeby Conservative School, the old school Rokeby, real Rokeby, the real Rokeby. And so I stepped into the lesson started, and I just went, I've still got the earrings in, let me take them out. For whatever reason, my hands were faff, big, gassy, slippery, whatever else is. So I was like, miss, could you help me take my earrings out? Miss helped me take the earrings out. There she goes, she's confiscated them. My back went up and just like, no. Listen, I came to you to take these things out.
You're not trying to do the right thing.
Yeah, and you're telling me you're confiscating them. But unfortunately, my method of dealing with that was not appropriate. And in today's law, we might call it that I held them hostage as such, because I didn't let them out of the room. I'm just being straight and narrow with the, my own understanding of the language. You get me, sort of thing. And I was just like, no, you're not leaving here until I get, sort of thing. So, I'm going to say that led me to being kicked out. It was at a time when I was doing my grades and I was, up for, I think it was the first year of doing GCSEs and stuff like that. And, I was up, my art was up there. Do you know what I mean? I was in economics was up there. They suffered. That suffered. So I had a little bit of, decision time. And even then I grounded myself off, okay, I'm not a bad individual. I've just made a bad couple of choices. Do you know what I mean? So I just decided, okay, I'm on road, I'm out of school, but I'm still not fail. So I tried to do my best to get those grades, you know what I mean, sort of thing. So, one of them flops, which was physics, I always remember that. I used to love my physics and stuff like that. And that flopped. So from there, I went on to maybe 1 or 2 other college-y kind of bits, and I hanged out on road as well. But I did the road thing for a little while, and then again another little memory, moral stance came up and goes, yeah, okay, we've done that road thing now, you need to move on. So I jumped into college, and I did a sports, leisure and recreation course, 481, and I met one another good friend of mine, he himself, who knows himself, and he offered me a job in a creche after school club and stuff like that. And from there, we've linked up as good friends. And that was NACA. So any young children from NACA who I still see now, and they come up to me and everything, which is all blessed. We looked after them. And the wonderful thing about it, if we ever talk about stereotypes and stuff like that, after school club with Sean Jr., Wayne Baxter, Peter Boyce and myself, it was 4 males looking after these young children. So we saw parents coming in and they was giving a Western look of, where's the women? Where's the women? We were dealing with things, and it wasn't harsh language, you know what I mean? It was like, I was Mr. Disciplinarian, my brethren was Mr. Cook, the next man was Mr. Admin, the other man was Mr. Art. You get me, sort of thing? And we sort of rolled round and swapped roles, but those children were lovely. We had a phrase of when we went out on trips, each one teach one. And what it was is, as we was going out on trips, I just kind of worked out and goes, you know what, fair enough, but while we're going to the place, you elder ones, hold up a young person. You know what I mean? Look after them on the way there. We're looking after you, showing them the channel of we're looking after you, you look after elder, and it's only until we get there. When you get to the wherever again after swimming pool or fun house or whatever else is, you can play with whatever else is, but on the way to there, on the way back, and show them you put you inside, away from the road, all little things like that. And
offering them guidance, isn't it, and setting the role models. I think what you were saying about when you were at school and how you reacted, in your mind you're doing the right thing, and I see it all the time, and this is a lot of time the path our young people take. You do something and people aren't necessarily making choices to help you make the right decision. You're doing something that's kind of pushing you on the wrong path. But it's good that you were able to centre yourself, and then you kind of went back to helping young people and giving that guidance.
So
it's fantastic.
I've done similar like yourself. I've worked in children's homes, PRUs, I've done Western Spirit, which was personal social development. I've done YAP, youth awareness programs with drugs and everything else like that. So I've just been
lots and lots.
Try. And therefore I remembered as well a couple of films I said earlier on. Like
we're back.
So which is links to kind of like the things like we just said Top Boy. So one of them, which I've only got a small little part, whatever else is, you know what I mean, just fleeting view. So I'd love to Joe Martin, love to Rap Man, because it's the Blue Story that's coming out November the 22nd. And stuff like that. So just a little piece in there. You know, my man Rap Man, you know, talked to me a little piece or whatever else. So I'm very chuffed about that.
He's so humble. He's also in the most recent Fast and Furious movie. Let him know, man. Let him know. Don't play it down, was it?
I'm trying to hold out on us. So that's Brandon Hatch or something?
Hobbs and
Hatch or something.
Hobbs and Shaw.
That's it.
We got there.
It's American, man. I'm focused on the English.
I believe you tricked me by getting it wrong, so I would say it right.
That's the plot, though.
So Hobbs and Shaw, just again a little small scene or whatever else.
Well, how long into when I watch it? I can say, I know him.
No, it is a small scene, but it's enough that one or two friends have kind of sent me a text and said, I just saw you, my kids just saw you, and so on and so forth. Another friend just sent that the other day. I think when he went to the cinema, he didn't know as well, and he just said, my son just saw you and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So that, and then a couple other flicks.
Well, actually, that'd be a good point for us to show the trailer for the film.
Okay.
So can we load the trailer? And I'm sure he'll let me know when he's ready with it.
So just small little things, but just gonna be, as I want to, even though I call them small, there is no small part. Do you know what I mean? Sort of thing. So it's all about the momentum of what I'm doing, keep it moving. I know where I'm at, I know what I'm doing. I know I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to make sure this beard and this hair is out there in the thing. You know what I mean?
Look at that beard.
No, because I was in a costume fit one time, and it was 1800s, and as I was getting dressed, top hat and so on and so forth, one of the women from the office, I didn't know her, she came by, she just stood by me, and she had glee on her face. Do you know what I mean? I had to post that on my Insta. I didn't put a picture, because I didn't get a picture, but I posted the experience of it, that, somebody else was happy that I was in these garms, and we was out there, you know what I mean, on that, you know what I mean? So it was very chuffing, so, it's growing. I love him being a part of it, especially for me. I'm trying to be a guy with a beard and the hair, and even though you're going to say need combing, but
nice and puffy,
but just happy to be out there.
So let's run the trailer. I think it's ready.
Wonderful.
So let's have a look at
Cards on the Table. Okay.
Cards on the Table.
Out now.
Out now. So you could stream it from
anytime soon. So from card.
I love you, Mum, and I always have. So where is he then? How could I, Anyway, you dodged the bullet.
Who are you raising your voice at?
Oh, come on, Gwen. It can't be easy for him.
I don't want to be a player no more.